Hey guys,
Hey,
it's Haley,
and Ashley.
and this is What the
Podcast.
We went like a different key on that one.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Crack
about?
kid.
Crack kid. That's funny.
Guys, we're in a different location this episode.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing, you guys.
Here's the deets.
Did I already say this on the last podcast?
Possibly.
Okay,
Say it
well, I'll
again.
repeat it. So, my dumbass
Uh-oh.
took my laptop out with me one day, and I was coming back in, and my hands were full, and I smacked it right on the tile of my floor in my laundry room, and it cracked the side of the laptop, like, casing.
So, like, you wouldn't think that it would mess with anything
No, laptop is rest in peace.
out of commission.
Yep, so now we're having to do it. Thank gosh I bought this computer,
For real.
because...
I mean, we could have done it at my house, but it would have been, like, difficult to change the location.
Yeah.
And get everything
And make
set
sure
up.
everything's downloaded and, like...
Yeah.
Because I have all the passwords and stuff on my stuff already
And who the
logged
heck
in.
remembers those passwords? Not me.
Then yesterday, I'm trying to get stuff ready for this, or the day before yesterday, and I can't. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I couldn't
Last
get
night.
into our Gmail, so it was that, and it was
Mhm.
just a pain in the freaking ass.
Yeah.
Everything was just not going right.
Yeah. You know what, though? I will have to say, this is very cozy.
It is cozy. I kind of like this better.
I
Not
kinda
gonna
do
lie.
too. We're just comfortable and we're just like sitting next to each other, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Is what our dream was
Yeah.
like something like this.
just like relax.
So she's sitting on my couch. I'm sitting at my desk.
Maybe we get. Oh my gosh! You know what? Have I ever shown you my pink couch?
No.
I have a pink futon. We could totally put it in the podcast room.
Dude.
And I'm like bubblegum pink. It's in my garage. I have nothing to do with it, and I want it out of my garage.
We totes should do it.
Can we?
Yeah, I don't care.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Will that table you think still fit in there?
Absolutely. We'll have to take the table out to put it in, but yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Just rearrange it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is it like futon-y in the sense of like, you
Let me
gotta
see.
pick?
Yeah. Well, let me see. Hang on.
Because we've always wanted like armchairs type thing with like a leg type. Now, 2024 might be our year. Let's be honest.
2024 might be.
And we might eventually be able to invest in something nice like that.
Ooh. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Okay, hold on. This. It's basically this couch. This
Okay.
almost looks exactly
Okay.
like it, but it's from Walmart. But I got it a few years ago. It looks almost exactly like that. It's a full size like futon, and it's against the black wall. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Why have I never thought about this?
I don't know.
I'm so dumb.
And then we need the neon like LED strips. That'd be so tight. Okay, that's on our
2024 podcast plan list.
Yes.
You guys are just coming along for the ride.
Yes.
This is
Nice.
I know. I'm pumped now.
I am too.
Oh my gosh! And then we can get like pillows to like decorate the couch.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'll give my niece something to sleep on.
This
Kick her out
is
of the living room.
This is the guest bedroom that also doubles
As a podcast room.
as a podcast room. Slash puzzle
hold on.
room.
My husband's calling me. Hold tight.
Pause.
And we're back.
We're back.
Like it never happened.
I like how I'm just like your echo.
Yeah. Anyway.
We have this is an exciting episode.
I think so. I'm very underprepared, but Haley seems to know a lot about this.
Please don't hype me up like that.
Okay, well, I watched a documentary for it.
I've watched documentaries on this in the past,
Yeah.
but I've also been following it online as well.
I haven't been following it. You know a
Let me
little
reword
bit more
that.
about it.
Possibly, but
Like,
I'm not
you know
like
the
an
pop
expert.
culture side of it.
Sure. Okay, I'll go with that.
Maybe we should say what it is.
Okay, guys. This episode, we're going to be talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. It's a big one right now, I know, because it's all over social media. And let's preface this by saying, in case we get some traffic on this video,
Again.
please listen and hear us, okay? We are
Just two girls. I was trying to get in sync with you. I knew that was coming.
We don't know anything.
No, we're freaking idiots.
We literally just talk. We just go. We have very few notes. If it's something that we feel like we know a lot about, we probably don't. So we're just putting that out there. Please do not come for us if we get things wrong, because we do not claim to be factually correct.
Yeah, this is not a podcast that you listen to and learn from. This is
Absolutely
This is something that we got off Google and just pray to God it's right.
We do not fact check.
We don't.
Okay. Which is dumb, some might say.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're just talking.
We're not profesh.
Far from it, okay? Far from it. But we're just having fun.
Yeah.
We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So,
and our opinions are our own.
Absolutely. This is art. This is not journalism.
None whatsoever.
Okay. This is just, you're listening to two girls ramble.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would you like to start it, or you want me to start it?
Should we start off with what we think of her, or no? Or leave that at the end?
Maybe we bring that to the end.
Okay.
First, we talk about the scenario, I think, and then what's happening more recently. You got the dates pulled up? Do you got that in your doc of when everything perspired?
I can tell you when she was born.
Perspired. That means sweating.
Ew. I thought that was
Perspire.
Does that mean sweating?
Perspiration?
That's what I'm thinking of.
Perspire is the root word.
Oh.
To sweat.
I didn't know that.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Well, here, let me pull this up. Okay. This is the Wikipedia, okay, of what kind of happened. This just is the first page.
Bet.
So Gypsy Rose Blanchard, just to put very plainly, is a girl who recently served time in prison because she conspired and planned the murder of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Now, the reason for this is because she was a victim of Munchausen by proxy, which is when...
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you. Is when somebody...
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's allegedly or not. I don't know if
I don't think it's alleged. I think it's true. She was a victim of Munchausen by proxy. I mean, they were all up in the media when her mother was alive because the community was so giving because of their cause, quote unquote cause.
Yeah.
Gypsy was a young girl, and her mother forced her to believe, to be part of this narrative, that she had several illnesses and ailments, when really that just was not the case. And because of that, they received tons of support from the community, tons of outreach, and they, ultimately her mother benefited from her faking her daughter's illnesses. So after years and years of that, Gypsy, knows in the back of her mind there are some things she can't do. There are some other illnesses she is not sure that she has because she's had so many surgeries and feeding tubes. And, at this point, it's like, what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
She knew that she could walk. Her mother made her be in a wheelchair. So she just is questioning things. So after years and years of that, she meets somebody online, Nick Godejohn, who she then starts to online date. And after talking for a while, she, convinces him to murder her mother. So she gets enough money to buy him a bus ticket out to where they live.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes into their house in the middle of the night. Gypsy hides in the bathroom, and then he stabs her mother and kills her.
Allegedly. Because I'm showing you on this, by the way. I just went live on our podcast.
Oh, hi, everyone. Oh, fun.
Anyway, here's my opinion.
Okay.
I'm just a girl.
This is just an opinion.
That does not know anything regarding
the case.
Okay. I genuinely don't.
That's fair. It's fine.
So... Oh, Zach, say hi, your hubby.
Zachary. Hi, Zachary. Oh, Did he like it or did he say something?
He said, "Hey."
How fun. Okay, well.
Anyway.
Yes, say your opinion. Say your piece.
I'm trying to get you in this too.
Here, I'll scoot closer.
No, I want you to be comfy.
I'm so comfy on this couch.
Okay, anyway. So, I think she did a little bit of the stabby too.
Do you think so?
I do. I think she's like manipulative because her mom made her that way. Like, I don't think like she does it like. Yeah. I think just the way she is on social media now is just very much like I got away with it.
You know what? I can see that. I can see that because she is having so much fun since she's free. What is it?
Hello, love.
Oh, hi. This is weird to be live and doing the podcast at the same time. Anyway, my thoughts on it are that I picture her being so scared.
Yeah.
And like not really sure about it, but she's already gone through with it, so she can't go back now.
Yeah. And
this guy's in her house who she is like dating, and you know, she can't go back on it. So I picture her very scared and afraid. So I really do think that she was hiding in the bathroom and let him do it. Let him do that part of it. And then she'll be free.
But I look at it like, because after the fact, they found them in bed. Did they not? So after it happened, they left. They fled. And went to his house.
They went to his parents' house because that's where he was living.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they found them in bed. I don't know if that's fact, but they were, together. I know that much.
I want to say that they were at his house. I know, but because in the doc I watched, it showed like a reenactment of them getting up out of the bed when the police showed up.
Okay. If you guys are listening to this, you guys have followed the case, like this side of true crime. In 2019, Hulu came out with The Act, which was like a portrayal of the whole series of events that starred Joey King and that Des from Austin and Ally. Did you ever watch that?
Is. No.
He played Nick Godejohn in it.
I don't know who.
And it was kind of an uncomfortable watch. It was very.
I haven't watched it.
You need to watch it, I think. Just to say that you did.
The like picture of it on Hulu just makes me like not want to watch it.
It's good. Don't get me wrong. Like the way the
portrayal
of it is good.
Is that the right word?
Yes, but Gypsy has said that she does not like it, and there's a lot that was wrong.
Oh, well.
But for just the purpose of watching something, it was good. I liked it.
Okay.
In The Act, the way they portrayed it was when the cops came to his house, they were hiding in his closet.
Oh,
and they were so scared.
No, yeah. They didn't say that in the doc. I just, like, my thing is, I don't know, like, let me take it back a little bit. I don't know if she did a little bit of the stabby stab. I'm just saying, that's really insensitive. Stabbing. Like, I don't know if she did that. But then again, she was aware enough to plan it.
Yeah, absolutely. She did plan it.
Yeah, so, like...
She asked him to come out there and do it.
Yeah. So my question is, did he get more time than her?
Let's look it up. I think he's still in prison.
Because that's kind of bullshitty. Because he was not mentally there, was he not?
Not at all. No.
So, I mean, why? Like, I don't think that's fair. Like, almost like he was manipulated.
Okay, let's see.
Not saying that what he did is not.
Yeah, he's serving a life sentence.
Yeah, see, that's kind of messed up, I think. I get she had the
Munchausen.
Does he have any disabilities?
I don't know.
Because I know they probably tried to plead.
This is what people.com says. I'm just going to read this quick snippet. Godejohn's trial was held in November of 2018, during which Gypsy testified that she came up with a plan to kill her mother because it was the only way she could escape her life of abuse.
Yeah.
While no one disputed whether Godejohn killed Dee Dee, his attorneys had argued that he was manipulated by Gypsy to kill her mom and should have his charges reduced to second-degree murder. Days later, Godejohn was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was also found guilty of armed criminal action. At his sentencing hearing in February of 2019, Godejohn reiterated his motive to commit the crime, saying, "I was blindly in love. That was always very much the case." And then he said, hang on, let me scroll
Why didn't
down.
he plead mentally, what's that called? Again, just two girls, not educated.
Like
mentally insanity plea? The insanity plea.
Or like incompetent?
Yeah, or something like that.
I don't know.
I mean, he might not be. Like our special guest here, Zach, said. He said, who would blame her, though? Her mom was a whack. Basically torture. I agree. Like, I'm not saying she didn't deserve it. I'm just saying, like...
Now, let's put it this way. I'm not saying that her mom deserved it.
No. Okay, let me eat my words, but...
There was two people in this together.
Yes.
Co-conspirators.
I think she had every right to defend herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
To an extent. But what I've read online and what a lot of people's opinions are is that she had the ability to walk away.
This is
to an extent.
Let me read this snippet. Also from people where they talked to.
But her mom was technically slowly killing her.
She was.
With all this medicine and stuff like that.
She put a feeding tube in her.
Yeah,
she was telling everybody she had leukemia.
And all these doctors should have been charged.
Yeah, malpractice. I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
This is what Gypsy said in an interview. She said, if I had another chance to redo everything, I don't know if I would go back to when I was a child and tell my aunts and uncles that I'm not sick and mommy makes me sick, or if I would travel back to just the point of that conversation with Nick and tell him, you know what, I'm going to tell the police everything. I kind of struggle with that. But, she adds, nobody will ever hear me say I'm glad she's dead or proud of what I did. I regret it every single day.
I feel like she has to say that to make face.
Maybe.
Because, like, Casey Anthony's not going to come out and be like, I did it, but I'm sad. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not going to come out to the world and say, hey, I'm happy she's gone. No one's going to say that.
Right.
I'm sure her life is easier without her mother, especially now. She's getting, my thing is with it, is that she's getting all this publicity and, like...
That, can I say, though, that's of the people. The publicity, this is such
I know it's the people's thing, but she's eating it up.
Yeah, she is. Absolutely, she is.
She's 100% eating it up.
She is. She's having fun out there.
Yeah. I get having fun, but then there's just like...
I don't know. Supposedly, you know, she has that docuseries that the first part of it, I think, came out on the 5th, January the 5th, and she's writing a book. And apparently, I burped. The first episode, or like the first part of that, which I've yet to watch, but it's apparently a hard watch, and it's like emotional, and
maybe I need to watch it. I just feel in my gut that something's not, like, I'm not saying that her mom didn't, I don't think her mom deserved it. No one deserves to die. Let's be honest. Like, let's just make that clear. But I don't think she regrets it.
Her life is significantly easier without having that.
Yeah.
All of that.
But she had the opportunity. She was online, chatting with this boy, planning a murder, instead of, let's email the police department. Let's do, I'm not saying that's what she should have done, but like, there are other ways to like go about it.
There are.
But yet she felt like...
I wonder though if she felt, because the community was so involved and they had just gotten this house because they were affected by like hurricane, and they had just got this house built from, like, I think it was Habitat for Humanity or something, built them this house, like wheelchair accessible house.
Yeah.
The whole community was very much like in love with them and wanted to do for them. And it just makes me wonder if she felt that she had nowhere to turn. Again, not saying that was the answer.
No,
and, you know.
But then again, like, it's such a double-ended sword, because, like, I'm like, hell yeah, you did the right thing you saved your own life. Like, you defended yourself.
Yeah.
That's 100%. But it was so calculated and planned. That's where my beef is with it.
No, absolutely.
It's one thing for her to wake up in the middle of the night, mom shoving a feeding tube in her and then stabbing her to death.
That's
different.
Right. The way that it was calculated and done it's a crime. I mean, she committed a big crime.
Yeah, and to get only 8 years is crazy.
She was supposed to get 10, I think.
Even that. I mean, that's just wild to me.
And then Nick got a life sentence, which I
don't think that's fair.
I don't know. I do not know.
What was I going to say? In the doc that I watched, Here's my thing. She was competent enough. She went to the movies with the boy and her mom.
Mm-hmm.
They snuck off into the bathroom and had sex for the first time.
Yeah.
So that tells me why couldn't you go to the popcorn guy and be like, hey, homie, this is what's going down.
Yeah.
Call 911.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a comfort thing, like having this person who finally believes you, and so you want to cling to that because you know that they're gonna do what they can to help you. I
can't put myself in her shoes.
I can understand why you feel so off about her.
Yeah.
I think I've watched so many interviews with her talking like from prison, and
that's what I watched. That doc had her in prison.
I just believe like what she says because I just see a girl that was so abused, and you know, I try to think about.
I can see it in like a heat of passion, or like I don't know, heat of passion. That sounds sexual, but
not in the sexual way.
Yeah, like it's happening, and I'm just gonna lash out. And but it was planned, and it was calculated, and it was very
meticulously.
Yes.
Right.
I wonder if her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend's gonna come into play. Like, is he going to do interviews and stuff, I wonder?
They've interviewed him. There was another article that I found. Let me see.
Let's see what I have on here.
Let's see.
I do have a timeline.
Okay, this is what Gypsy told people.com in an interview prior to her release. So this is when she was still in prison. She said a condition of my, and I want to make this, she may have made other claims since she's been released about him. I mean, she's on like basically a press tour right now with all the interviews and shows that she's been on. But this was a comment that she made at the time that she was still being held in prison. She said, a condition of my parole is that I cannot have any contact with him, referring to Nick Godejohn, and I don't want contact. I feel responsible for putting him in the situation. However, the acts to commit murder was on him as well. I mean, everybody has a choice, and he went through with his, and so he's paying his sentence. I paid mine, and that's my thoughts on it. So
I can't roll my eyes hard enough. I just think they should have got the same amount of time. Now, should it have been 10 years for him? No. I think it should have been longer for her as well, because it was calculated. But maybe not. I don't know. I'm so like maybe not, because I put myself in her shoes, and I'm like, she's defended herself. So I'm like, I'm so torn.
That has to be so.
So I can't imagine what she was feeling if I'm torn.
I mean, just like when she was living it, right? The Munchausen by proxy. I cannot imagine what that's like. She knows she can walk. Yeah. Right. Her mom's got her wheelchair bound. Mm-hmm. She knows that she can walk. What's real and what's not? Her mom shaved her head because her mom's telling everybody she's got leukemia. Yep. She can't have it. She's on like liquid diet. She can't have any like solid foods because her teeth are deteriorating.
She's going through all these like.
She's got feeding tubes like in her mouth and her stomach, all unnecessarily. And she said in interviews, what does that taking all of these? I mean, she was taking tons of medications. Yeah. When they went through the house, like during the crime scene, there are photos of the medicine cabinets.
I've seen it. Yeah.
And it's insane. Taking all those medications when your body does not need it is so incredibly harmful. And to do it for years.
Yeah, her teeth rotted out.
They did. Like,
I get it. No, I do get it. I understand. I think I'm starting to understand the fact of why he got life and why she didn't. But I just...
I did read
it's such an unfair world.
He said that, I wonder if that is in here. He basically said, Nick said that he did it because he didn't want her to be hurt anymore. Yeah. Godejohn, Godejohn, who had no history of violence before the murder, told ABC 2020, I felt horrible about it. When me and her were in the hotel room, she kept on telling me, stop crying, stop crying. There's no reason to cry. It was my idea. It wasn't yours. I did what I did because I loved her. I really wanted a life with her. I really did. That's what he was saying.
I don't think he's, because watching the police interview, he's not all there.
Yeah. There's some issues there. Now, let's move on to the Facebook.
Okay, that is another reason why I'm like,
you don't want to
Who said that? Who ended up saying they posted it? Gypsy wrote it or he did?
I think it was Gypsy. Don't quote me on that. Let me look it up.
Well, she had to have, really, because it's her mom's stuff.
It's still up.
It's still on Facebook?
Yeah, go look. It's up right now. You can look it up on
Blanchard?
Facebook. Yep. Blanchard. I think it has an E on the end. It's still up, and you can see all the comments from people real time that were like, what's going on? Let me look up real quick and see if that was ever discovered. Who wrote on DD?
Oh, of course.
Blanchard. Facebook.
Gypsy did?
Yeah. Okay, so this is from Women's Health magazine. Let's see. Gypsy Rose and Dee Dee Blanchard's joint Facebook account is still searchable, and the post that led the police to Gypsy and Nick Godejohn is visible. Gypsy wrote the infamous post after Nick murdered her mother, hoping it would lead the police to her sooner and make people think she'd been kidnapped. The Facebook page is now a legacy account, meaning viewers can't like or comment, but they can share posts.
I wonder what it's under. That's not it. That's definitely not it.
After Godejohn stabbed Dee Dee to death in her Missouri home, he and Gypsy fled to Wisconsin, where Godejohn lived.
What is their Facebook page name?
Let me find it. Hang on. Oh, it's D.
D-E-E?
E-E. Gyp. Blanchard with the E, that second one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's effort, that one, I think. No. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
OMG.
And nobody can comment because they turned it into a legacy account, but those are like all real time. Like their friends and stuff, everybody's like, what is going on?
Sounds like y'all are watching a movie. This is not D.
Somebody was like, I'm their neighbor. I just went over there and nobody's home.
We live down the road. We are headed there now. Kimberly, please call the police to meet you there. Please update. Have your gun in at the ready just in case. Oh my God. Post something. Police have been called. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Police are here. No news yet. What?
So, okay, yeah. So, Gypsy had 10 years, paroled after 8 years. Nicholas has life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, plus 25 years.
Wasn't there another post? Not just this bitch is dead?
I think it was just that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they kept this up.
It's a legacy account. They can't remove it.
What does legacy mean?
Like after somebody passes away, they still keep the account up so people can view it, but you can't do anything to it. Now, Facebook might be able to take it, take it down, but I don't know about all that.
She looks so happy. Love my princess.
She's looking at the Facebook page.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Scary, isn't it? It's kind of scary, like the fact that you can just look it up and it's there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is wild.
I know.
Remembering. That is so not something. I'm like mind blown by this.
I know.
I just can't believe that I can't get on, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on this. I'm at a loss.
There's so much to it that you have to like, it's hard to make a decision because there's so many conflicting feelings about each thing. I know.
Because like if like my kid was going through that, I can't even, like, that's not even a valid, if I saw someone else's kid going through that, it's just the calculation, like, or the, how it's so calculated. It's just like, that's what gets me.
I know.
If it was like in the heat of passion or something, is that sexual again? I'm not trying to sound sexual.
What's a different phrase?
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, so that's pretty much the crime and backstory of it all. Do we want to move on to like what's kind of going on today with it? So she was recently released. She served her time. So now she's just out and about. She actually, this guy Ryan wrote to her while she was in prison. And they started talking via letters. He came to visit her, and he proposed to her while she was still in prison, and they are now married. So they are like enjoying their honeymoon now that she's out of prison. But the reason, and maybe press tour was not like the most like sensitive term for that, but she right now is like really all over social media because she's doing so many interviews. She's gonna have to get money too. She's getting paid for this. And you gotta think. No way. Well, my thought process is because she's releasing a book, any celebrity, and she's a celebrity because this case is so high profile. Any celebrity that writes a book, they're going to do a press tour. You know what I mean? And she's got a documentary that's coming out. So she's wanting to talk about that, so that she's wanting to share her side of the story. But I don't know. I've seen some clips from some interviews where it's almost like the interviewer doesn't know that much about it, which I don't know how they couldn't because it's so high profile. But they ask some things that are like crazy to ask somebody who just got out of prison for killing their mom. And in one interview, the interviewer, it was a joint interview with Gypsy and Ryan, her husband.
Which I thought he didn't want no part of this.
I don't know. They were making some spicy comments to each other on Instagram. Yuck. Anyway, in one of the interviews, the interviewer asked something like, what Disney princess would Gypsy be, like if she could be anybody? And he said Rapunzel.
I saw that. I saw a clip of that.
And everybody was like, what's the big deal about him saying that she's Rapunzel? Bro, Rapunzel was locked up by her mom. There's a correlation there.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
I wonder if he knew that.
I don't know. Maybe not. And then he just like, I don't know. That might be why he was getting backlash on Instagram. Is she on Twitter? Probably. She's definitely on Instagram.
Yeah, you should talk about those.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. I don't know if those comments are safe for work.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What is it?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard, her Twitter page, her description is public figure, author, and activist.
Okay. I mean, she is an activist. She's a Munchausen syndrome advocate.
Yeah.
She lived it. I get that.
She's not on Twitter, I don't think, because let's see. Oh my gosh, she used Taylor Swift's song in her IG reel.
She loves Taylor. She was talking about that in an interview. She loves Taylor Swift. She currently has 8.1 million followers on Instagram.
That is wild.
Oh my gosh. Hashtag Prison Brides, January 10th, 9:30 Eastern Time, only on Lifetime. I get it. I mean, she's been in prison for 8 years. There's a lot that she is like learning and like figuring out about social media and just life in general. A lot has happened in 8 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone said on Twitter, for someone who took someone else's life, Gypsy Rose seems to be receiving so much attention online. I'm trying to see what other people are saying. Oh my gosh. That guy who married Gypsy Rose looks like a pedophile.
Oh my gosh. That's not Ashley's word, by
That is
the way.
That's not what I meant. That's just what someone wrote. Thanks for got my back.
Yeah, you're welcome. You like mumbled it, so I was like, uh-oh.
That's not true, though. He looks normal.
He does look normal. People have been pointing out...
But do you look like one? I mean, no one does.
People have been kind of pointing out that he looks like her mom. And I was like, first of all, that's so weird.
Does he?
To point out.
I guess I don't know what he looks like,
really. I keep
really.
seeing side-by-side comparisons. Like, people keep making comparisons online. Which is such an odd thing to do. But that's what they're doing.
I saw that someone posted Gypsy Rose in Arkansas.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, she is from
Louisiana.
Which I saw a clip where I think after she got out of prison, they went to Missouri, I want to say, which is where her dad lives.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But her parole officer...
Maybe that's where it was, Missouri.
I saw a clip where she, I guess it's from the documentary, and she was crying because as soon as they got to Missouri, her parole officer called apparently and was like, y'all have to get out of Missouri. And she just wanted to be home with her family, but they were worried about her safety because the case was so high profile. People knew that she'd be in Missouri, so they were like, you need to go to Louisiana or something. So they went to Louisiana for a little while. I don't know if she's back in Missouri, but that's what I saw. I can't remember where I saw that clip. Where do you know where the documentary's on? Or her docuseries?
I don't. Is it Lifetime? I just saw someone say the word Lifetime. That's the only reason I say that.
Look it up. Maybe we should watch her docuseries and then do a part 2. Following up
for sure.
Our
how
thoughts.
We feel.
Right.
We should have probably done that, but
it's not
out
it's
yet.
not fully out yet. I want you to watch The Act.
I'm intrigued to see what James thinks of it after we get off this.
About the case?
Yeah. Lifetime login. This says, can I please borrow someone's Lifetime login so I can watch the Gypsy Rose confessions?
Can you do a free trial?
I don't know.
If so, I'll do it. I want to watch. Anyway, did you have any other points on your doc that you wanted to bring up?
I still can't believe that was on Facebook still.
I know.
It's wild. She's big on the TikTok.
Yeah, she's TikToking. She has been. There's been a lot of fake accounts.
I wonder how long she's going to be with her husband.
I don't know. They seem very happy, but they're recently married and she's fresh out of prison, so
yeah, it's like the honeymoon stage.
It is, yeah.
They're getting that. She's getting D down.
Oh my gosh. That was a comment that she made on one of his Instagram posts. Yuck.
I'm going to read it. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
What does it say?
Ew.
What's his name? Ryan what?
Ryan, I don't know his last name.
Ryan Blanchard.
You know what? Oh my gosh, no. You know what's crazy though is that well, okay, I say that, but she had a lot of time in prison.
It is on Lifetime.
By herself.
And available on Prime Video.
You know what she said though?
What?
In an interview recently, I saw where she said that her being in prison was probably the best time of her life so far. Besides being out of prison, because that was the first time that she ever felt free. Yeah. Which is so sad because she's in prison, but she wasn't,
Anderson
being abused. It's like the second row of posts.
It blows my mind. She's on A&E and stuff.
It's on his selfie. you find it?
Someone wrote on here that D is fire.
People keep commenting that because everybody's talking about it. It's this one. I found it. Oh my gosh.
Which selfie is it? This one with 33,000? Okay, yeah. Or 23,000. I read the number backwards.
This is so inappropriate.
It's not that bad. I'll bleep it.
No, it's fine.
Okay. She said, Ryan, don't listen to haters. I love you and you love me. We do not owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever. They don't matter. I love you. Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night. ... Yeah, I said that. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life.
Oh my gosh. I think that they need to get Gypsy in a media course training or something.
Yeah, for real.
There are just some things you don't say online, girly.
Me and my lovely wife. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the bleach.
Yeah, the bleach blonde hair.
Anyway, you know what? Good for her. I hope that they have a prosperous marriage. And
it just kind of makes me sad that the other guy's in prison for the rest of his life. And
Nick.
Yeah, I don't think it's that fair.
I wonder what
now
his
should he be
parents
gotten
think
out
about
in
it.
10 years? Absolutely not. But
I wonder.
I don't think it's fair she got out.
How do you?
So
I wonder
early.
if there have been interviews with his parents.
I don't know.
I wonder what their.
What's his
stance
last
on it
name?
is. Gode John.
Oh my god! Of course it is.
Gode.
Hold on, Nick. Gode.
John.
Oh my gosh, Gode. Parents. Was found guilty first-degree murder in 2018, committed by Stephanie Gunnan. Were horrified to learn of his crimes. When was this written?
I don't know. You would think that with so much Gypsy coverage going on, that some journalists would be like, let's see what his parents think about this.
Yeah. Let's see, this is where he's at now. Is this what you were looking at earlier?
Possibly. Is it people.com?
Uh-huh.
Possibly.
No, it's not People. It's Stylecaster.
Oh, I don't think so.
I was limited to what I could watch, exposed to what I had to other kids. Obviously, she was not. She knew about things. Some things. She had internet access.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, after her mom went to bed.
Yeah. He was sentenced to life without parole. In 2022, he asked to set aside his previous conviction in order of a new trial, the grounds that he had effective counsel in his trial. The motion was denied in 2023, the year she got out. Or no, she got out this year.
Yeah. Yep.
From the very beginning, I knew we were soulmates, he continued. Those 5 days when I actually was with her, physically with her, those 5 days were the most intense, magical, and awe-inspiring days I've ever had.
That's really sad.
That is so sad. Shortly before her release, she regrets her mother's murder. I just wasn't having it. She found me, brought me back, and put me in place paperwork saying I was incompetent and she had power of attorney over me. I was trying really hard to figure out another way other than killing her. That's when the conversation between me and my co-defendant, Nick, you can tell that was written by a lawyer. He said I would do anything to protect you. And I said, anything? And he said, yes. That's from her own mouth. I was desperate to get out of the situation. If I had another chance to redo everything, I don't know if I would go back to when I... Okay, you read that one earlier.
You know what, though? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. I'm not going to say I get it, because I don't. But if somebody has power of attorney over you, I mean, kind of as we learned with the Britney Spears case in a way, you are pretty much... Nobody can really help you in the sense of that person can make... Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was a conservatorship, but at least her mother had
power of attorney. However, she was under the age of 18. at the time.
She's a minor anyway.
Yeah, so I didn't understand the point of power of attorney. She had no rights.
At the time of the murder, she was under 18?
I don't know. I'm pretty
think
sure.
so.
How old was Gypsy when she killed her mom? Let's see. I could have sworn she was like 17 or something. I could be 100% wrong, though. Oh, she was 23. Damn. I didn't realize she was so old. That makes more sense. See, this is how unfactual we are, because I had no idea she was that old.
I didn't think she was a minor. I thought maybe she was 19 or 20.
I could have sworn she was a minor. I guess that does make sense why he got life, too, if they weren't minor.
Yeah.
Huh. The whole thing is just wild.
I know.
Wild. I don't know where I stand, you guys. I just think because it was so planned that I don't think it's right that she gets all the fame and stuff that she's getting.
Maybe, you know what I'm thinking about now? Maybe they couldn't give her as much time because if they were like, when they were planning it, if it was like via, FaceTime or Skype or something, not in print, they can't really, like, there's not much evidence in the text besides the fact that he was the one that did the murder.
Yeah, but if she was convincing him, I don't know. They never released stuff like that, I don't think. The messages.
Yeah.
This does remind me, I don't know why it does, but it's a case that I do want to talk about eventually that I would actually research before talking about. I don't know if you've heard about it, but there's a mom in, I don't know where she's from, to be honest, probably Idaho.
Oh my gosh. Or Utah.
Yeah.
No
where
offense.
Is she from? Where is she from? Mom killed her kids. Killed her 3 kids.
You're talking about we've talked about this a little bit.
Massachusetts.
Was this that Netflix documentary that we were talking about?
This just happened.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So she, this happened in September. No, indicted. So it happened in May, but she was indicted in September. So, this mom was suffering from postpartum depression. She had 3 kids, and she, had like psychosis or something. I don't know if that's the right word, but, and she killed her 3 kids and then tried to kill herself. She tried jumping out the 2-story window, and I think she tried cutting herself because I guess she couldn't live with what she just did, or she was like in a
psychosis.
Yeah.
Or
and so everyone's pissed at her though. Her husband's not. Like, he's mad, of course, because it's his kids and he found them. But he also understands, like, she went to the doctors before that. She went to the doctor before trying to seek help. She went to try to get into a mental institution to get help. And I think they only put her on like a 72-hour hold. I could 100% be wrong on that. Again, I have not researched it. This is just what I've read from headlines. And yet she did not get any help. But yet she's facing life for something that, like, could have been avoided, helped. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... Hers was not calculated. It wasn't...
You know what I think about, though?
That we think of.
Like, just now. And I'm not the right person to speak on this because I don't know what that's like. I mean, obviously, I've never felt anything like that. But if the husband knew, like, they both knew, she knew and he knew that she was really suffering this, and the doctors weren't helping, why did they not agree, or why did the father not say, look, I'm going to take the kids, I'm going to go...
I don't know.
Somewhere for a while. Why would you take that risk?
I don't know. And people are saying that they think she planned it because she sent him out to go get takeout. And she Googled how long it's going to take him to go and then come back.
I just can't imagine.
I can't either.
I can't.
That's one of those cases that I can't put myself... Because, okay, so when I was pregnant... I wasn't working. I stayed home. And I I had no outside contact with like society, like no one. I didn't
Right.
talk to no one. I didn't have friends. I literally sat in my house and did not move all
Mhm.
day, 24 hours a day for 7 days a week. The only contact I had was my husband, who worked the night shift. So he was gone all through the night. So I'd be up all night, sleep all day, up all night, sleep all day. At that point, I was going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Like, I will never forget. I went into Walmart with my mom one day, and I was probably like 8 months pregnant. And I was sitting at the McDonald's in our Walmart, and someone we ran into was there, and they were sitting there talking, and I just, like, it was like an out-of-body experience for me. Like, it was just so, like, and then I remember after having Giacomo, I remember just rocking him and just crying and being, like, so helpless that it's like, I would never hurt my child, ever. However, I can see how someone can, because you're so mentally exhausted that you're just like, please just be quiet. Please. I just can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so, I don't get it, and I don't say it's okay or anything like that. But I also know that people suffer from these problems that need help.
And then if they don't get the help
If they don't get the help they need,
Right.
and then an accident happens, it should not be entirely their fault. It should be the people that they lean on, like doctors and stuff like that. They should be held responsible as well. She was on medications and stuff to help, but it wasn't enough, and she was telling them,
if she was
like pleading
expressing
with them.
the severity of the situation,
Yeah,
there is more that they could have done.
100%. They could have locked her up,
Yeah, I just don't.
and she should have been on a longer hold. Now,
Yeah.
was she being upfront saying, I want to hurt somebody? Probably not. But it just reminds me of the situation, because it's just one of those that you're kind of like, ugh, what side are you on?
Let me say this, though. In the day and age that we live in, where you see stuff like this online all the time, as a medical professional, why would you not take it
Serious.
more seriously than not?
Every time I go to my psychiatrist, one of the first things they say, how are you feeling?
Mhm.
How are you feeling today? How's your mood today?
Mhm.
So I tell them, I'm like, okay, good. And then they'll be like, are you having any suicidal thoughts?
Mhm.
And I'm like, not today. And then they're like, okay, do you have any thoughts of hurting anyone else or harming others in
Mhm.
there? And I'm always like, no. And then if I would have said yes,
Mhm.
you bet your butt they lock me up real quick.
Yeah.
Because they know, they look for signs like that. And I think the system failed her. And I'm not saying what she did was right. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to go to prison. I don't know. I think she deserves to go to a mental institution to get help.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a sticky situation. Again, I don't know. She could have planned this and it been vindictive and hateful.
Why did she Google?
But
the
every
time,
single
though?
person that knows her said that she was the most loving mother. And her husband said she doted. What's the word? Doted? Is that the right word?
Yeah, doted on their kids.
On their kids. He never saw anything that was like
A red flag.
worrisome. So it's so weird that all of a sudden she went through like this psychosis of just, I'm going to
Lashing
murder my
out.
family.
Oh my gosh, dude, I can't imagine. Legitimately can't, and I think that's why it's so hard for me to have empathy
Mm-hmm.
for people that do things like this to their children, because I'm like, how could you? Like, and I know that a lot of it is a mental thing,
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, some people can't help, they need help, whatever. I still can't understand. Like, I don't know. I'm not the right one to talk on it, because we're not, you know.
Yeah, I just meant like psychosis. Like they're
It's like you
claiming
black
she
out.
didn't even know she did it.
Like she blacked out.
Yeah, she blacked out. And then they think she came to and tried to kill herself. Like something snapped in the brain and like she blacked out. And that's possible. It's
Yeah,
very
it is.
possible. And it could happen to anybody.
That's so scary, dude.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought this had anything to do with Gypsy Rose, but like, it's just the point that like, it's not black and white, no
No.
matter what.
No.
It's not cut and dry. It's very much like
There's so many factors that go into
so many factors.
This is heavy, dude.
Yeah. And I do apologize again for saying stabby stabby. I do feel guilty.
We apologize for any of the crude and or insensitive remarks we've made, we truly don't mean them.
Yeah, that's just how I deal
We're
with
very
things.
like, we're not like
I went to a service recently, and I was like making the person that was super sad laugh, and like it was so uncomfy that like I kept making jokes, and I'm like, maybe this isn't appropriate for the situation, but I just don't know.
You know
like,
what, though, that's your immediate defense, is to like console with like humor.
Yeah, and the thing is too, I can feel other people's empathy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it. Like, I can walk up to someone and tell if they're upset. Like, I can genuinely tell just by looking at them, their body language. I could tell.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I feel like I don't have it. Like, a lot of it.
You're empathetic. You can feel other people's feelings.
Yes, but I don't feel like... Sympathetic. There we go. Like,
you have empathy.
It's really
but it's hard
for
you
me
to have sympathy.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
It is. Unless someone's child dies, then I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, like, when someone's spouse dies, yeah, the first, like, little bit, if I know them, I'm pretty upset for them. I'm more upset for the wife. Not so much that a life was lost. I'm upset for the husband or the wife that lost or the kids that lost their parent, or I'm upset about that. But, like, when someone loses an animal, I have no sympathy. I don't know why. That sounds horrible.
No, it doesn't.
But I meant, like, in the sense of, like, I think it's because I've had a kid. I don't know if anyone out there knows what this, like, what it can relate. But once you have a kid, it's like everything else goes, like, out the window.
Okay.
And it could be I'm self-absorbed. I don't know.
I don't think that's it at all. I think that it's hard for you to relate to something. Like, if you're not an animal person.
And that's the thing, too. I'm not an animal person, and I've never lost a loving animal to me. Now, when my cat dies, we're going to have issues. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I've never experienced it.
If you don't have a connection, and I think a lot of people deal with that. If you don't have a direct connection with something, you can be upset for them, but it's hard for you to feel that. I feel more feelings when I see someone having the feelings. Okay, yeah.
Than feeling anything myself. I think what it is too is what was I gonna say? My cat's meowing and I lost train of thought. Meow. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. You were saying that it's harder for you,
which is crazy though, because I watch TikToks and I cry the whole time.
It's because there's sad music and other things involved.
Yeah,
like triggering.
I love a good sad movie.
Oh my gosh, me too. If I'm not sobbing, it ain't for me.
Yeah, for real. I haven't found a good one.
We need to
like The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh my gosh, the first time I watched that,
I sobbed.
No, you know what though? I read that book in a day because I was so like, I gotta keep reading it, and the book made me cry way harder than the movie.
1,000 Boy Kisses, the book.
You know what? That one didn't...
It was corny. It was so corny.
That one didn't really...
But it made me bawl so bad that James woke up and was like, what is wrong with you?
Are you good? That one was real... Like,
I feel like I'm going to get canceled with this episode.
Why?
I don't know.
Guys, we're just two girls.
Just two girls. And I have a loud mouth that can't know when to shut up. Can't know when to shut up.
Maybe we should just turn the comments off.
Yeah. Well, they were turned off.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? I sent it to you?
Yes. Well, I think it's because we turned them off on the...
No. I think it's because I had it marked as this was safe for kids, so they turned it off.
That's smart. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but I turned them back on.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
no.
Here we go.
Oh. Did you know what I was about to say?
With the sound of your breathing, I knew what you were about to say. Y'all, we're so in sync, it's crazy. What happened to us earlier?
I don't...
What happened to us earlier?
Oh, I was like...
That was at lunch. What did we...
What happened? You said something about Gypsy Rose, and I was like, bro, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah. We weren't even talking about anything related to it.
Yeah.
Because I said... Man, she's all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I was just about to say that.
That's so crazy that just happened.
The fact that you knew, which is something I haven't done in like a week or two. It wasn't like in the conversation.
Oh my god.
You had to be there, you guys.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't get it. Good times. Well, I guess that about sums it up.
So, pretty much, Ashley has no idea what side she's on.
That's okay. It's a complicated...
I'm gonna watch the series, and then I'm gonna come back.
Let's watch... once the docuseries wraps...
Yes.
We'll do a follow-up episode. Now, again, we will not... I can guarantee you, we're not gonna have black and white, like, feelings about it.
No.
But we can at least, like, recap the docuseries, and it might change, our minds and our hearts a little bit. I also want you to watch The Act, because even though Gypsy Rose said that it was inaccurate and she's not a fan of it,
it still puts it like in perspective.
It's still a good watch. Yeah. I think, in my opinion. Yeah, why not?
And again, this whole podcast is in our opinion.
1000%. We do not claim to be journalists. This is not
factually
correct.
We get everything off Google.
Yep. And we don't fact check. And we apologize if at any point this
Ashley
came
was
out insensitive or wrong or just ignorant. We really do apologize because we're purely just trying to have fun, and we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or upset anyone.
And
so,
Gypsy Rose, get your bag.
Hey, do what I can, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks for listening, guys. Wait, what was your thought just
Nothing.
now?
I was going to say, maybe they should make a rule, like, people that are on parole shouldn't be able to make over a certain amount of money.
You think?
But then society would crumble.
Yeah. That's our entertainment too, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I hate that a life was lost over something. It wasn't minor either. I don't know. I'm so lost.
Conflicted.
It's conflicting.
It's very conflicting.
Because one thing I'm like, I feel bad for her mom because she's dead. But then another, I'm like, well, apparently she deserve it.
Apparently
no one deserves it, but you know what I mean.
I can't remember where I heard this, and it could be very, like anything else we've said, factually incorrect. But I thought I saw some sort of like clip of, I don't know if it was Dee Dee's family talking about it, or if it was Gypsy's dad, because Gypsy's dad and his mom split up. Like,
I saw a bunch of clips from
after, but apparently Dee Dee's mom did kind of the same thing to her.
Yeah, she was the baby. And she was, I watched it recently.
Did you?
And it was like saying that she was always at her mom's hip.
Uh-huh.
She got the new car. She got everything. And she always was either sick. She couldn't go outside and play because she was overly, like, I don't know. Yeah, something? She was, her mom did the same thing to her.
Oh, wow.
And her sisters and brothers were like.
What the heck?
Yeah. So they weren't really surprised.
Yeah. It's just at that capacity, I'm shocked how she was able to pull that off and how the doctors, agreed with the...
Yeah, that's wild
to me.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. We apologize again if we upset anyone. And, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.